Price competition is a trap most businesses fall into without realizing it. They lower prices to attract attention, believing volume will save them, but margins shrink, pressure rises, and growth becomes fragile. The truth is that the strongest businesses never compete on price because they create value that customers willingly pay for. In this video, you will learn the principles that remove price from the conversation entirely. Like and subscribe to understand how real value creates pricing power and long-term strength. 1. Price is a signal, not a strategy. Price communicates far more than cost. It signals perceived value, confidence, and market position. Businesses that reduce price to compete signal that they are interchangeable with anyone else. When customers see the lowest price as the primary differentiator, they focus only on cost, not quality, outcomes, or experience. This attracts buyers who leave at the first, cheaper alternative. Conversely, businesses that define value clearly use price as an outcome of differentiation rather than a weapon. 2. Customers buy outcomes, not products. People do not buy products or services alone. They buy results, relief, transformation, status, convenience, and certainty. Businesses that focus on features rather than the outcomes they produce leave price as the only differentiator. When value is clearly tied to meaningful results, customers stop asking how much it costs and start asking how it helps them achieve what they want. For example, a high-end software solution that guarantees improved productivity is valued for the outcome, not its license cost. 3. Commodities compete on price, differentiation does not. Anything easily comparable becomes a commodity, and commodities compete on price because nothing else distinguishes them. Differentiation removes this pressure entirely. Unique positioning, experience, expertise, or narrative creates a space where direct comparison is impossible. When customers cannot substitute one offer for another without losing perceived value, price loses relevance. Businesses that fail to differentiate force themselves into constant price competition. Those that do differentiate operate in their own category, allowing them to command higher prices without compromise. 4. Trust is the ultimate price eliminator. When customers distrust a business, they negotiate aggressively and focus on price as a defense. When trust is high, price becomes almost irrelevant. Trust reduces perceived risk, and risk is what customers try to hedge with lower costs. Businesses that establish credibility through consistent delivery, proof, transparency, and reliability build comfort that allows pricing power. Once trust is embedded, customers willingly pay a premium for certainty, reducing the need for discounting. 5. Cheap attracts the most expensive problems. Low prices often attract customers who are highly demanding, difficult to please, or prone to churn. These customers consume disproportionate resources in customer support, returns, and problem resolution. Volume rarely offsets these costs. High-value positioning attracts aligned clients who respect boundaries, pay on time, and value the service, reducing operational friction. Competing on price may feel like growth, but is actually costly in terms of time, energy, and margin. 6. Margin is oxygen, not greed. Healthy margins are not greed. They are the fuel that enables growth, innovation, talent retention, and sustainability. Businesses that obsess over undercutting competitors sacrifice the oxygen needed to maintain operations and improve offerings. Thin margins create fragility. One economic shock, one unexpected expense, or one market shift can quickly cripple the business. Businesses that prioritize value and preserve margin can reinvest in improving the customer experience, product quality, and team performance, which in turn reinforces pricing power. 7. Positioning determines pricing power. Positioning answers a single critical question: why choose you instead of anyone else? When this answer is unclear, price becomes the default differentiator. Clear, compelling positioning defines the business in the customer's mind, creates perceived authority, and reduces substitutability. Specialists or businesses with unique expertise command higher prices than generalists. Positioning does not rely on persuasion alone. It is embedded in every touchpoint, message, and delivery. 8. Experience is part of the product. Every interaction, from onboarding to delivery to post-sale communication, is part of the customer experience. Poor experience forces discounting, while exceptional experience justifies premium pricing. Customers remember how they feel more than what they paid. Businesses that intentionally design the customer journey, support, communication, and emotional engagement escape price competition because they create loyalty and perceived value. 9. Selling less to earn more. Businesses focused on volume often undervalue selectivity. Serving fewer customers at higher value simplifies operations, strengthens margins, and improves outcomes. Complexity decreases when focus increases. Competing on price requires constant selling and chasing volume, which spreads resources thin. Competing on value allows selectivity and higher quality delivery. Selling less, but better, creates stability, loyalty, and long-term profitability. 10. Price wars end with no winners. Price was always erode margins, damage brand perception, and exhaust teams. Even the winner sacrifices long-term strength and sustainability. Businesses that understand value step away from these battles and focus on outcomes, trust, positioning, and experience. Once price is no longer the focus, competition changes entirely. The most powerful businesses are not the cheapest, they are the most chosen. Competing on price is a path to fragility and exhaustion. Businesses that understand trust, outcomes, positioning, and experience never need to lower their prices. Customers stop comparing and start choosing. This approach strengthens margins, simplifies operations, and builds long-term stability. Like and subscribe to continue learning how real businesses escape price wars, create durable value, and establish lasting competitive advantage.